Hello, this is the second video for Learning Target 4, Level 2. Hopefully you completed this circle on the other side, and I'm hoping that this is what you got. If you don't have it completed, or if this is not what you got, pause for a second and take a look at this and see if you can figure out where this came from. But we are going to be focusing on the bottom half of this. Central and inscribed angles and their intercepted arcs. So if you remember from level 1, you learned about central angles and inscribed angles, so you should recognize those. And if you remember from class, we talked about intercepted arcs when we did a little activity where we colored in the angle like this. Hopefully you remember. And then we identified the arc that it was intercepting by coloring it the same color. So we know that that angle right there, the blue one, is creating this arc. And if we talk about this one over here, this angle here, angle ABC, is intercepting arc AC over on this side. So now we're going to talk about the numbers that go along with that. So when it comes to a central angle, it couldn't be easier, because let's say, for example, that this angle, let's say he measures, I don't know, 80 degrees. Let's say he measures 80 degrees. If the angle measures 80 degrees, your arc also measures 80 degrees. So that's about as easy as it can get. Whatever the measure of your central angle is, the measure of your central arc, the measure of your arc is the same. I don't have the little degrees symbol in here easily, but I'm going to write degrees so that we all remember that we're talking about an angle and his measure is degrees. So if the arc is 80 degrees, if the angle is 80 degrees, the arc is 80 degrees, and vice versa. Alright. So let's write something down here to kind of help us remember that. So let's say, how do I want to word this? I think I'm going to say I'll say the measure of the central angle equals the measure of its intercepted arc. I'm going to make that a lot smaller. Okay, so that seems pretty easy to remember. Now let's talk about our inscribed angle over here. So in an inscribed angle, these two also have a relationship. Let's say that this angle was also 80 degrees. So the relationship here is a 2-to-1 relationship. So in other words, if your angle was 80 degrees, your arc would be twice that. It would be 160 degrees. And it also works the opposite way. For example, if they gave you an arc that was 100 degrees, you would know that the angle was 50 degrees. It would be half of that. So let's see how can we explain this? Let's think about this. I'm going to say it like this. The measure of an inscribed angle equals the measure of an inscribed angle equals half the measure of its intercepted arc. Something like that. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the proficiency scale up anymore. I want to show you what this looks like on your proficiency scale. So we're here in level 2. And you see this in your proficiency scale. Let's see if I can make it bigger for you and scoot it up. Oh yeah, actually they just have numbers here. So you can see central angle 60, intercepted arc is 60. When the inscribed angle is 25, the intercepted arc is 50. So not too bad.